Jonny Clayton, here we are in Wrexham, another wonderful exhibition here at Mecca Bingo with obviously Modus and MDA. Excited for tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, playing an exhibition in Wales, being a proud Welshman, it's obviously going to be a big tick in my box. And hopefully the crowd are on my side, so yeah, looking forward to this.
Look, some good prep as well. Busy time coming up for yourself, European Tour, World Grand Prix on the horizon, so playing good field here tonight can only help.
Yeah, 100%. You know, every bit of practice, because I am a lazy practicer back at home, so every bit of practice against top-class players, world-class players, is a massive bonus. So, like you just said there, busy part of the year, biggest tournaments coming through. You know, starting off with the Grand Prix, now double in, double out. So, obviously, focusing on that. And then we're all leading to the big one, you know, the £1 million prize on Christmas. So, yeah, I love it. I love this end part of the year, and I can't wait.
We'll come on to that in a minute. But where is the game at the moment?
Well, I got a smile on my face. You know, I'm doing all right. You know, the darts are going the right way. Definitely. You know, I'm still looking for a little bit more consistency, but my darts are going the right way. That's all counts. You know, personally for me, that's all that counts. You know.
We know that you like to have a look at the rankings and so on. You're one good run away on TV from breaking into that top four. Is that the next thing to tick off, that you've won TV titles? Is the top four one that you really want to box off?
That'd be amazing. You know, I don't look too deep. I do look at rankings, don't get me wrong, but I don't look too far ahead. I want to win everything. I want to win whatever I play in, I'd like to win it. Obviously, with the class in darts at the moment, that doesn't happen. You know, so you win some, you lose some. But by losing, I try to come back a stronger player, and it makes me work harder, pushes me harder. So, yeah, hopefully get on the Grand Prix, get that trophy again for the second time, and, you know, hopefully Jonny Clayton's ready for Christmas.
That top four, though, it opens so many doors, doesn't it? That it guarantees you so many things. So is it hard to look past what it guarantees you?
Yes and no, really, isn't it? Obviously, you know what happens if you're in the top four, you know, and that's great in the world of darts. You know, you're in everything that goes. But, you know, to be announced as world number 1, 2, 3 or 4, it's a proud moment, isn't it? And, you know, I've never been announced as world number 1, 2 or 3 or 4. And hopefully this year, like you just said, I could break into it and maybe Jonny Clayton be world number 4, number 3, or maybe number 2 or 1. So, looking forward to this.
Look, we know you like to play in everything, but you turned down the World Series in the summer. Was that a hard decision to turn down TV exposure and TV tournaments?
Oh, 100%, 100%. You know, listen, you have to have family time. I don't know how to say this in a right way, but I understand no player will be bigger than the PDC, but the PDC will never be bigger than my family, and that is my personal view. You know, gutted that I wasn't in Australia and New Zealand, but I have to have family time as well. And, you know, I'd booked a holiday, and unfortunately it was the same time as New Zealand and Australia, so, you know, one had to give. And, you know, like I say, I don't see my kids and my wife, you know.
Oh, you weren't the only one. James Wade said exactly the same thing, that he booked a holiday as well.
Yeah, and that is the only reason I wasn't there. You know, I'd booked the holiday and I was gutted. But never mind.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get back on it next year.
World Grand Prix ahead. The fact that you've won this tournament, does that give you an edge? Because it is unique, that double in, double out. The fact that Ferret knows what it takes to get his hands on that title, does that help you? And does that give you confidence going into the World Grand Prix?
It obviously gives you confidence because I've won it before, but, you know, it's getting that first double, isn't it? You know, we were all chasing that first double, yeah? But it's a great tournament. It's a leveler. You know, everybody's on the same playing field. You know, it's not who can hit the first 180, it's who can hit the first double. And, you know, it's a tough one, like, you know, it's a tough one. All, you know, the rankings and everything goes out to the window. It's basically who hits that first double.
You already brought it up, the World Championship. Is it hard to ignore Alexandra Palace, even though, as we're recording this, it's only September? Is it hard to ignore the Palace twinkling on the top of Muswell Hill.
You know, that's all everybody's talking about. You know, all the players. It's like, you know, every tournament is important, obviously. The 1 million for the winner of the World Championships. Oh my God! You know, it's life changing in one tournament. You know, I'm not saying that any other one isn't, but 1 million quid to win a tournament in darts. Wow, you know, that's fantastic. You know, the PDC have offered something that is fantastic. So I think every player in Planet Darts are thinking, I want to win it this year.
What's more important, the money or the title?
Ooh, that's that. No, I think obviously it's the title. To get your name on that trophy would be fantastic. But the money is very close second.
Look, we've seen you some family time recently as well in New York, and special moment, obviously, Fion's 18th birthday. What was that like, spending the family time with her 18th in New York?
Yeah, it was brilliant. You know, like I say, family time, you know. And like I had to pull out of an European because she was 18 and Fiona was 18, so I ain't missing that for anything. Once. Yeah, that only happens once, and I don't think I'd have been, you know, forgiven for missing that, but I wouldn't miss it for the world in any way. So there's certain things that I wouldn't miss, and my kids' 18th and 21st birthdays are definitely things that I'm not going to miss in life. So, you know, we enjoyed. Spent a lot of money, so I need that million to get it back in.
Look, the game's in a good place. You're winning again. You're smiling again. Is it about time Jonny Clayton gets his hand on another big title? It's been a while since the year of the ferret.
Yeah, I think so. You know, like you just said, I'm smiling again. You know, I'm dangerous when I smile, like, you know. So, you know, I've gone back to thinking, you lose, you try harder next time, because you'll always have a second chance. So, you know, it's I'm not trying to overthink wins, losses. I'm just there to play darts. You know, it's something that I'm pretty good at, and hopefully I'm going to be getting my hands on some silverware again. So hopefully it's going to start off with a Grand Prix.
Have you got one eye on next year's Premier League already? That announcement in January?
To be honest, I had both eyes on it last year, but it never happened, so I think I just got to try and not think about it. You know, if I win the World Championships, maybe they'd have to put me in. So
I think you might be all right if you win the World Championships.
Maybe I got a good chance then. So yeah.
Jonny, pleasure catching up with you here in Wrexham, mate. Thank you very much as always.
Cheers, Phil, boys. Cheers, pal.
To change your